Man, my hair is wet. You watch Scanners yet, bro? What? No. What do you mean? I thought we were just always doing this. Me and you watching the movies. I mean, I saw it. I just don't want to talk about it. I liked it. I don't want to see it again, you know? I didn't want to watch it with you this time. We could have had like a cool discussion, you know? Me and you having fun. I didn't really care for it. You loved it. That could have been fun. That could have been Bro!
Mind force. Scanners. Their thoughts can kill.
I must say, I only kind of like this one. It was fine, I think. It starts off very strong, though. The first act is awesome. I loved it. It's so action-packed and fast-paced. There's this great sequence in a mall where our main character, Cameron, is using his powers on this old bitch who's like, he's so gross, yucky, and then he makes her have a seizure. Michael Ironside then makes a head explode, which is awesome, as you can see here. And then the rest of the movie is just trying to lead up to a fight with Michael Ironside. It's not the best stuff. I mean, it's fine, but the second act takes a dramatic nosedive from what was a fun, action-packed, and fast-paced opener. Obviously, they couldn't maintain that pace. I don't know if anybody could. It was incredible. And the second act just takes a dramatic nosedive, man. It's just Cameron Vale, the most boring guy ever, wandering around. The actor here, I know it's low budget, so maybe this is the best they could get, but he sucks, dude.
You sound just like him. Like Ruth.
No, not like him. Like Rack! Daryl Rack!
No. Like him. It's as though he's been reincarnated in you.
If he was even a shred better, this movie would have been more fun. But instead, it's just him wandering around like, oh, hello, woman. You are very beautiful. I'm actually giving it too much emotion. Hello, woman. You're beautiful. If you knocked on him, it would probably be hollow. You'd hear it for 45 minutes. Kong, 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 kong. He's just not good. He's wooden. He's terrible. He kind of ruins a lot of this movie. But the movie just falls off a boring cliff at some point. There's a scene when he has to do like karate-type lessons. And the karate lesson is make a guy's heart beat faster. And then that's the only time he's trained at all. Because you find out that he was born in a lab and that has nothing to do with anything. He's brothers with Michael Ironside. Oh! So underdeveloped. Why even do it? But this second act is just more of wandering around. Cameron wanders between different scanners, finding a woman, finding a kind of crazy guy, an art installation, and he just borings his way into places. I heard that a good artist is here. Can you tell me where he lives? How about you just think about where he lives? And in the end, Cameron finds out that there's a company that is selling a drug, which is, I'm forgetting the name of, that makes scanners not feel their scanner power. And somehow it also makes babies scanners. And he finds out that a corporation owned by the company he's working for owns it, but Michael Ironside runs it. It comes out of nowhere, and it absolutely means nothing. It's just there. So I can't say the third act gets significantly better than the second act. In fact, it's kind of ebbs and flows in terms of how good it is and how bad it is. There's some really great stuff in there. There's some fun action set pieces, just like the second act. There's a part when a car smashes through a convenience store. That's a lot of fun. And the fight scene with Michael Ironside And Cameron is great. It's a lot of fun. It's weird. It's different. And there's some fun special effects, which are typically great for David Cronenberg. The head explosion is awesome. And there's some awesome special effects with like veins on people's faces and necks and then blood spurting out of them. It looks great. I did no justice to him here today, but it looks great. And for the budget, how low the budget is, I have to really give a hats off to David Cronenberg, because for $4 million, what he's able to pull off visually is pretty spectacular. The special effects obviously are great, but cinematography-wise, shot composition-wise, the long one takes, all are great looking. This movie has held up very well visually. I thoroughly enjoyed looking at it. And that's really the only thing I can say definitively that is very good. It's just really unfortunate for this movie that at the end of the day, there's only like 3 scenes I'll remember from it. As a whole, there's, well, maybe 4 if you count the time when Cameron destroys a computer with his mind through a telephone.
See? I told you. No fireworks.
But the only scenes I'll remember is Cameron making a woman have a seizure, Michael Ironside blowing up a car with his brain, and the fight between Michael Ironside and Cameron. That's it. That's it. That's the only memorable stuff in this movie. The rest of it is so poorly paced and bland. I mean, the characters are nothing, dude. If the story is uninteresting, then the characters are even worse. I mean, the story at least has a through line, a clear goal, and an agenda. Cameron needs to get Michael Ironside. That's it. And he goes through obstacle after obstacle, person after person, to find out where he is and get to him. Even though Michael Ironside seems to know where he is at all times, and even though he doesn't want to kill him, he keeps sending goons after him to kill people around him. It's very weird. Characters are just nothing. I mean, for the longest time, you don't even know what Michael Ironside wants as a villain. I mean, that's important, right? But no, he's just wandering around. He shows up between scenes. He has like 7 minutes of screen time. Who knows what he wants until the end? He wants Cameron. Okay, so what? Cameron just has one goal, to get to Michael Ironside, and that's it. That's his character. And boring actor, man, does nothing to elevate that. Ugh. And then love interest is love interest. This movie didn't work for me. It's okay. It looks great. It's shot very well. The first act is awesome, and the last 5 minutes is awesome, but getting there is a slog, bro. If you got on your phone and at any point of the second act and looked up 10 minutes later, you would not miss anything. Anyway, next week's movie is... Let me grab it. Blues Brothers, starring Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, directed by John Landis. That's next week. Check it out. Before then...